Hey, welcome everyone in this new live development video about building an auto battle game. In this video, we're gonna continue on our journey to build the ability system, and we're going to continue trying to display the ability in the focus tooltip on the right here. But before we do this, we're going to import a couple of icons for abilities. I had some spare time, and I wanted to, so I decided to download a bunch of free icons online, and I'm going to link them in this video description. Here they are. So I got a bunch of statues and a bunch of abilities. They are exactly the same size and the same color. So you can use status icon for abilities and the other way around as well. So you're going to be able to download that archive on the video description. We're just gonna get this texture. We're gonna bulk. We only want them. We're gonna bulk edit via property matrix. Yeah, it's taking a lot of time because there are 124 icons. This is gonna be UI, it's gonna lag as well because it's gonna apply that property to all of these. You can close this, go back here, save all. Yep, we want to save. And now we have a bunch of icons in case we need them. It's still lagging. Okay, it sounds to be fine now. And yep, a bunch of icons. So I named them. There are a lot of things with arrows, for instance, and many other things. So yeah, feel free to play around with them. They are completely copyright free. They are still from gameicons.net like usual. So yeah, where did we stay? Where were we? We were receiving a print screen when our units were spawned. So that means when we record the ability here, we were printing its name. So we don't want to do this anymore. We want to do something like opening the focus tooltip, because I think that's now where we should be heading. And first thing I want to change is that VBox. I think I want an uniform grid panel to distribute the stats entry evenly, because it's kind of ugly right now and we don't want that. And we're going to do something as well. We're going to make it so this is on the stat itself. This is going to be like 90 by 90. Both of these images are going to be 90 by 90. We don't want any padding anywhere. We want that in the middle like this. Yeah, we don't see properly here, but I think we see better in game. Well, not really. But I think we're just going to not color we're not going to color the image. And this way we're going to be able to properly see. Well, that's not. In any case, we don't care for now. It's smaller, that's what I wanted. Now we just want to say that we're going to fill the uniform grid panel instead of the VBox. Select the VBox, go to the graph, then it's highlighted. The VBox, the thing you were selecting in the widget designer is highlighted here by default, so you can find the reference easily. Panel widget, I think we can replace that by this here. Yeah, it's gonna like. Add child panel widget, we can replace that as well. and I think the VBox is no longer used anywhere, so we can get rid of this. And I just want to see how it behaves right now. I think we have to do something else. Yep. Because it tries to, it doesn't, maybe we have slot as vertical slot. Yeah, in here. We don't want that anymore. I'm not sure this is the thing we want. Grid panel. Wrap box. I think we want a wrap box. I'm not sure. We're gonna try and see how it behaves. Wrap box. Wrap box clear children. Yep, that's what we wanted. That's exactly what we wanted. The stat entry, we're gonna add an outline to the text, and I think it's gonna be way better. Yeah, it's way easier to read the text now. But the stat entry sucks. We don't care. We don't care. We're not here for that. I might be changing this offline. So, but we want to fix the size of that stat entry. Width override in the middle. It's going to be, we said 90, so we're going to set 200. 90 pixel for the stat entry, so we say 200 here. So that will make, yeah. But it's a little bit offset, so we're just gonna be exactly twice the size. Yep. And after that, we want to have an icon displaying the units abilities. So I think we're just gonna duplicate this ability entries. This is gonna be 200. And we're gonna build an ability entry. So in widget, new folder, ability, new blueprint, widget, ability entry. Get rid of the canvas panel, desired size, size box, 100 by 100, 200 by 200. We're gonna have an overlay inside of this. Then we're gonna have a vertical box. Then we're gonna have an image in here. Then we're gonna have a text above the name of the ability, the icon, then the description of the ability. Then we might have a background behind the vertical box. For now, it's just gonna be black and transparent. This is gonna be ability name. This is the description of that ability, so we can understand what's going on. I just wanted to make it a little bit big so we clearly see what's going on here. So size box 200. This text is gonna wrap at 200. We don't click on that because when you click this, you get you see a frame when it calculates how much it should, where it should wrap, and you can see the text wrapping when hitting play. Even when playing in build mode, you see the text being wrapped up in front of you. So we want that to be way smaller. Maybe it's gonna have some padding as well, like this. This is gonna have padding as well. This is gonna be centered. Whoops. This is gonna be like 100, 100. Yep, so I'm kind of dreaming right now if I think that, This is gonna be enough. Mean desired height. So I guess this is the minimum desired height. Centered, text centered. We're gonna try this out. We're gonna add a little padding, Yep. And at the bottom as well. Why is it doing this? Yeah. Okay. And what if now we double that description and even triple it? Okay, that still works. We're gonna make this like 10. And I think we need to increase that size a bit so that it's fancier. It's easier to read the text when there are more words on one line. The overlay is taking all the space. The vertical box is not though. The vertical box is going to use everything. This is going to be centered, centered, centered. How much did we say? 300. This is going to automatically wrap at 300. So I think we can say it's a little bit bigger. Yeah, we're going to see how it behaves. Oh, it's a little bit too big. And now we can try an ability icon here. Oh yeah, just call them ability. Ambidextrity. Like this. What do we need here? We're gonna rename this tooltip ability entry. Then we're gonna create another user interface called ability entry. We're gonna open that up, go to graph, make that a child of the ability entry because we want to build the same kind of logic that we did for the stat bar. We want to have a parent class of widgets, which has the property to store an ability, and then we'll create child class of that widget blueprint to choose how we display these properties. So what does that widget want? It wants an ability row. It doesn't even want an ability row. I just think it wants the alt reference to the ability. I think we're gonna try. Yeah, I just want the reference to the hosted ability. This is gonna be U ability. U ability, we said. Like this. This is gonna be exposed on spawn. And then we're gonna have so this has an hosted ability now. We have a function called host ability, which is taking a new parameter. It's gonna be a U ability. We're gonna set this to that new ability. And this will automatically, I guess, get ability name text, which is going to return a text widget. Just text, I think. Rich text block, text. This is going to return a text. Return a value. This is going to be pure. We want to duplicate this, get ability description, text, and final one, get ability icon. Get ability icon image. We want an image here. So when we host a new ability, what do we want to do? We want to grab our text, set the text of the name of the ability to the name of the hosted ability. And we want to do exactly the same thing for the rest. I think we're gonna update ability name, text, Control X that. We want to duplicate this, update ability name description text. We want to paste. We want to get rid of this. Get Control X the last one. We want to duplicate this, update ability icon image. We want to paste here. Set brush from texture. Ability description, that's what we want to do here. And here we might wonder, how are we going to retrieve the description, image, etc. of the ability using this. In here, what can we get? We can get the stats, yeah, and we're going to, but we can get the description, etc. Why can't we? Because if we go here, we can see that here we're looking at the active ability structure, and this is the thing that contains the name and description and icon that we want. Same thing goes for the passive ability. If we create one here, we can see that passive ability contains also this information. So in that place, we will need to retrieve the information from active or passive structure, but we have a reference to an ability here, and we don't know if it's an active or a passive. But it doesn't matter, because we're going to add a function here which says get ability base, and this is going to return base ability, and we're going to override that function in both active and passive abilities. As I said, we're not going to do passive, so we're just going to do active for now. And how are we going to return that? By breaking our active ability and returning the base, hiding all the other unconnected pins, like this. And now, if we head back to our ability entry, we can get the ability base function we just created, which is going to return us exactly what we want, which is an icon. We want name text, we want a name, and we want a description. So when we create an ability entry, we're giving it an hosted ability, and automatically it's going to perform that function when it's created. And that function is going to store the ability we gave him, the ability we want to host, and it's going to update. I think we need to update ability display, and that function is going to update everything. And we're going to call that here when we host a new ability. So now We just need to override the function we created, get ability description text, ability icon image, name text in the tooltip ability entry. We're gonna get rid of the parent call because it's empty anyway. And in here, we need to say that this is gonna be image ability icon. We check variable each time, text ability name, text ability description. What happens if the description is like that short? Okay, everything works. I was wondering if the resizing was working, so we're fine with this. Ability icon, in here we want the description text. In here we want the name text. In here we want the icon. We can compile. So when we create that widget, if we give it a reference to an ability object, it's going to automatically update accordingly. And I think we're almost there. So we don't want to put this in a size box. We just want to say that this is centered. The ability entry wrap box. And actually it's just going to be a vertical box. VBox ability entries. We can make that a variable instantly. So set displayed units. What are we doing here? Initialize stat bar, generate stat entries. We actually want to duplicate that, generate ability entries. I don't like generate at all. Create and create. So in create ability entries, what do we want to do? We want to clear ability entries. We want to get our units. We want to get the ability manager. We want to get all abilities. We want to loop through these. We can get rid of that. We want to loop through these abilities. For each single ability in here, we want to create an tooltip ability entry. Oh, we didn't. F5 in here. Save F5 in here. Refresh that node. Yep, better. Hosted ability, that one, and we want to add this to our list of abilities. Oh, I want to check. So when we set display unit, we'll create stat entries. We also create ability entries. And now we can hit play. So that guy has Nova. Yeah. It's the beginning of something, I think. So yeah, I think it's this is the end of the first step towards developing that ability. So I think it's going to wrap up that video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Oh no, before I wrap up, let's just change the icon and put an ability description just to see how it behaves. It should work right away. So in the active ability, Nova, it's gonna have, do we have some kind of Nova here? Yeah, Fire Nova. Fire Nova. When mana is full, deal damage to all units around me. Let's hit play. Fire Nova. When mana is full, deal damage to all units around me. Wonderful. Wonderful. Well, okay. Then I guess it wraps up that video. Hope you guys enjoyed it and hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.